Dear learners, today I will explain you the poem The Road Not Taken, written by Robert Frost. In the previous video, I had already introduced about the poem and the poet and the literary devices and the rhyme scheme of the poem. In this video, I will explain you the poem stanza-wise. Let's start with the first stanza. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. The poet, while wandering in the forest, came upon a point where a road diverged into two different directions. Diverge means here go in a different direction, and yellow wood here means season of autumn, when all the leaves of the trees turned yellow. So, wandering in the forest, poet came across a point from where two roads diverged into two different directions. And sorry I could not travel both. Being one traveller, the poet could not travel both the roads at one and the same time. The poet felt sorry that he could not travel both the roads, being a single traveller. Being one person, he could not travel both the roads. Maybe the poet felt tempted to travel both the roads. That's why he felt sorry that he could not travel both the roads at one and the same time. And the reason being that he was a single person. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could. So the poet stood there at the fork for a long time. He was thinking deeply, because taking a decision in the life is not easy. So poet also took a lot of time standing there on the fork. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could. So he looked down the road, the first road, as far as he could see, to from where the road turned in the undergrowth. Bent means turned, undergrowth means dense growth of plants and bushes. So the poet stood at a point from where he could see the first road as far as possible, from where it turned into the undergrowth. Undergrowth also refers to the unknown problems in the life of a person. So two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, being single traveller, he could not travel both the roads. So the poet felt sorry for that. So he stood there at the fork and looked down the first road as far as it was possible for him to see, to where it bent in the undergrowth, from where it turned in the bushes. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. The poet chose the other road, which seemed equally inviting. Just as fair means very good and attractive, equally inviting, equally promising. The poet chose the other road because it was promising, it was good, it was attractive, and having perhaps the better claim means seemed better. The road was claiming itself better. Why it was claiming itself better? Because it was grassy and wanted wear. It was overgrown with grass, and wanted wear means it was less travelled by the people. It was less worn out. Though as for the passing there had warned them really about the same. However, he felt that a good number of people had walked over the other road too. Then took the other just as fair. So he decided to took the other road, which was equally fair, which was equally good, which was equally attractive, which was equally promising, and it was claiming itself better and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy, it was full of grass, and it was less travelled by the people. But however, he felt that a good number of people had walked over the other road too. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. So in the morning, as the poet commenced his journey, he realized that no one had walked over either of the two roads. See the word equally lay. Equally lay means equally covered with leaves. No step had trodden black. Trodden black means crushed. None of the leaves had been crushed under feet. What it means that in the morning, as when the poet started his journey, he found that no one had walked over either of the two roads. Oh, I kept the first for another day means the poet decided to stick to his choice for yet another day. Oh, I kept the first for another day means poet kept the first road to be travelled some other day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. Now, it was very much clear to the poet. He knew that it might not be possible for him to ever get a chance to travel the first road, because one way leads to another way. One road leads to another, and one can seldom relive the moments and undo the circumstances gone by. I doubted if I should ever come back. Oh, I kept the first for another day. The poet here saves the first road for another day to be travelled some other day, but it was very much clear to the poet that one way leads to another way, and coming back to the same point to try another route is almost impossible. He doubted the possibility of ever coming back. I doubted if I should ever come back. The poet doubted the possibility of his coming back to the first road to be travelled some other day. Next stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Yes, I shall be telling this with sigh means the poet would be telling this to the future generation with a sense of regret. Somewhere ages and ages hence. Ages and ages means many years from now. He would be telling this to the future generation with a sense of regret that two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. That he would be telling this to the future generation with a sense of regret that he was on a point from where two roads diverged in two different directions, and he took the road which was less travelled by the poet, less travelled by the people, and that has made all the difference to the poet's life. What it means that poet says that years later he would confess with a sense of regret that out of the two roads he took the road less travelled by, and this specific choice had made his life what it was today, and it had altered the course of his life. So the Robert Frost poem, The Road Not Taken, seems to hold out the moral that life is a continuous journey full of divergence every now and then. The important thing is to move on without looking back, whether the choice of paths taken was right or wrong. The right or wrong are the relative terms. We cannot get everything in life and have to make choices. Whatever direction our life takes is determined by the choice made by us. In the journey of life, one can seldom come back to travel the roads not taken earlier. as these last two lines are very much important. And like, I took the one less traveled by means the poet took the road which was less traveled by the poet, the people, and that has made all the difference to the poet's life. So one should be very conscious while making decision in one's life. Thank you.